Yay, all of you beautiful souls. It's Seiluke here, or Luke Takeyama. I wanted to do a video real quick. I don't have a lot of time. I gotta finish one more contract or work agreement. Distress Signal is launching this Thursday, and only the Seiluke community will be allowed into the pre-sale. The only online community, the friends and family pre-sale, to stop child sex trafficking. That's what the purpose of the coin is. How to stop taking things personal. You know, I remember there was a guy who got on his first YouTube, got in front of the camera for the first time, and oh my God, he was just, his hands were so sweaty. He was so nervous, you know. And then I still remember reading the first, I'm happy, guys, life is good. And I know I don't make a lot of subliminals anymore. You know, there was a come to Jesus moment where we had to really reevaluate things since things happen so fast. Yeah, things happen so fast. In terms of the Facebook, which we shut down about a year ago, but the documentary and then all of, 425 successful subliminals curing hundreds and hundreds of diseases, bringing a dead bird back to life with subliminals. I had a come to Jesus moment, and not only that, but really honestly being busy with the charity coin, which is amazing. I can't wait until the charity coin goes public. Oh my God. Anyways, but I remember reading the first YouTube comment that was just some guy just spreading a bunch of FUD or just disgusting hate. I'm not even going to repeat some of the comments that some of these guys made, and I finally had to go into my YouTube settings and block out all of the curse words and, the abbreviation of the curse words, because a lot of the trolls, they get pretty creative. And then I got to one point, though, where you just start to realize there's a very practical quote that can change a lot of your guys' lives. And that is this, that whatever people say about you is a reflection of them. It's reverse psychology, right? And not taking things personal is really built around reverse psychology. Reverse psychology is exactly what not taking things personal is about. And the very first step that a lot of people, that turns into a whole nother discussion is dissolving your ego. When you dissolve your ego, you are now living from within. When you start living from within your true self on the inside, you don't take things personal. You laugh at people when they say ridiculous things, right? And that's my honest mindset. Just very, very simple. It's people think, if I could just take everything out of Seiluke's mind and put it inside of my mind, I could have anything I want. Well, that's true, but it doesn't work like that. A lot of my paradigms are very simple. And as I said, I know I have a lot of friends, immediate friends and family watching this video a lot, which is why I'm doing this video for free. And a very, very, very quick piece of thought that can really change your whole life is just not giving a fuck. Oh my goodness, Luke's the CEO of Distress Signal, a non-profit charity coin, and he said a curse word. It's the context in which you use these curse words. And if that 5 or 10% of people are going to take my words out of context, that's fine. You can't please everybody. And that's what I finally started to realize. After meeting and talking to a million different people through 30 different jobs, all based around customers and clients, I started to realize something, dealing with all different demographics and going through this personal journey to get to where I'm at, and that was, yes, 5 or 10% of humanity is just evil. They're just twisted in the cabeza. This 5 or 10% of humanity is just evil. They have to go around putting other people down to feel better about themselves, even though everything they're saying is not even true, right? Right? And I'm not talking about the trolls that just really, at the end of the day, only want attention. I'm not talking about the trolls. I mean, just that 5 or 10% of people that just, right, hate, or they use a bunch of, racial slurs or labels that are not even important or real things, right? They use a bunch of things that are not even real things, like labels or, ethnicity or gender. And they use these, though, just to spit out a bunch of hate to feel better about themselves. So they're not even loving themselves. They're not even loving themselves. They're having to untruthfully put down random people or strangers to feel better about themselves. So they've built their entire reality in delusion. And when you start to realize this, right, psychologically, or this sociology, right, mindset, or this aspect of life, you don't take these delusional haters, that's literally, right, they're delusional, right? Their entire reality is based on delusion. Why would you take that personal? It's nothing to do with you. They don't even understand or know anything about who you are on the inside, right? So why would you care? And that's why, as I said, the first step, which is so important, is dissolving your ego. You need to dissolve your ego and all of these labels on the outside, and then embrace and start living and loving and appreciating your inner self, aka joy, not happiness, but joy that comes from within. And when you start living from within, you just laugh at these delusional people, right? You just laugh at them. And you just don't give an F. Literally, I don't give an F. It's nothing personal. I'm going to be all of who I am and enjoy this amazing life that I'm living. Let me repeat that. I don't give an F. It's nothing personal. I'm going to be all of who I am and love and enjoy this amazing life that I'm living. It's that simple, guys. And maybe some of you need to have a come to Jesus moment. And I'm going to tell you this because I love you, not because I'm criticizing you or being judgmental. Some of us, or some of you may need to have a come to Jesus moment. Because let's go back to reverse psychology real quick before we end this video. When somebody says something bad or just far-fetched about somebody, if that person takes it personal or gets offended, why would they get offended or take it personal if there's no truth behind it? Right? If somebody says something to me, I understand. Obviously, they don't understand anything about me. I'm not going to take it personal. But if for example, that same person goes and says something to somebody else, like, you're a thief, well, if there's no truth behind it, then that person obviously is just going to laugh and say, you're crazy, or, right? I don't want to deal with you or something, and walk away, right? Defend themselves. I'm not saying don't defend yourself, but obviously that person would put down their foot or defend themselves and then just walk away, right? Because obviously they're not a thief, right? But if that person, though, right, calls them a thief and they just start arguing, and the person that got called a thief takes it all personal and starts defending themselves, or feels like they have to defend themselves, it makes me wonder, right, going back to reverse psychology, maybe that person really has something going on in the background, or maybe that person has some guilt from something they actually did steal, or they were a thief, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe they still are a thief. Because if they were 100% walking in truth and being honest with themselves, and they weren't a thief, obviously, like most of us, I would hope, or I would want, then they're just going to be, right, put down their foot, obviously, and defend themselves, since it's still an insult, but then they're just going to walk away. Just walk away and laugh, right? It's not true. Just some delusional, right? Another delusional. Right, really, this is all practical advice. And as I said, I may not have a big, long beard, right? And I instead of, right, getting paid to give speeches like these, I prefer to take actual action with this charity coin and these subliminals, right? Taking actual action instead of talking. But, when I do make these videos, guys, like I said, this is not me speaking out of my butt. I mean, there's a lot of psychology behind this, and a lot of advice, right? And as I said, after working over 30 different jobs, mastering 30 different jobs, right? I didn't get fired or just quit. I literally, right, would master one job, move on to the next, and just from pushing in carts, as a teenage boy, or that right baby teenager Luke pushing in carts and cleaning poop off of toilets, worked his way all the way up through customer service, sales, consulting, local business, state businesses, national businesses, and now international business and international nonprofits. Maybe he might know a thing or two. And as I said, I gotta go, guys. As I said, I know a lot of family and friends are watching this video, and don't take things personal, guys. Like, as I said, dissolve the ego first and live from within, and really start to apply some reverse psychology when you're living from within, and you don't take things personal anymore. You laugh, right? You laugh. Seriousness is the greatest disease. Seriousness is the greatest disease, and happiness and laughter and being loose like jello is the greatest medicine the soul could ever receive.